here. Now, in today's topic, we'll be discussing, do Aries and Pisces really get along? I'm going to break it down for y'all. And we're going to talk about the truth that nobody talks about. So, as you guys know, first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang, you all already know. We in the building. Also want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s and my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to give a shout out to anybody that's new to the channel. Welcome to the new channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell notification, be notified of upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. Shout out to any other zodiac signs out there. As you guys know, I rep for us all. Now, let's talk about this. Now, let's say this. Okay, so we know Aries is a fire sign. And we know that Pisces is a water sign. We know that Aries is cardinal. So they definitely can initiate, a war. And when it comes to Pisces can initiate, but a storm, put it like that, just as well, because we're mutable. Now, here's the thing: when it comes to Aries women and Pisces man, now this is one of the most misunderstood pairs in the zodiac. I'm gonna tell you why. So you guys know that fire and water can create magic. What's going on, James Hudson? Happy New Year, early Happy New Year. How your day going? What's going on? Yeah, so we got Aries, and are you ready for the new year, James? Now, so we got fire and water. We know fire and water can create magic or steam, or well, you could say or steam and explosions. Okay, now, when it comes to this, I'm going to break it down for y'all and give y'all the reasons why this pair can work. And like I said, how does a Aries woman, Pisces man fall in love, why they fight, and what you should never do with each other, okay, in order to make it work. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how the passion of Aries, how it fuels Pisces dreams, and how Pisces intuition grounds Aries fire. Welcome, Mexi Rico Lounge, welcome. Okay, no problem, Brody. Let's see, James Hudson said I was with my family and friends on Christmas. Oh, okay, that's what's up. You got any plans for for tomorrow or tonight? Some people celebrating tonight. Well, yeah, into tomorrow. But yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just, be live. I might do something. I might go somewhere, but I'm not sure because I know it's gonna be a lot of people out there doing smashing beer, smashing bottles over heads, and I'm not trying to be the one dead, So yeah, God forbid, Now, when it comes to now I'm gonna tell y'all, I met an Aries woman, and from my experience, I was really looking at the same, I'm like, oh man, dang, this is a, fire sign. Happy New Year, Anitra, welcome to the live segment. And yeah, I was just like shocked because, Aries women kind of like, could be known to be a mismatch, but not so much with Pisces, because like Aries got like so I ain't gonna lie, if you meet an Aries, it's like you gonna be, I'm talking about a Pisces man meeting an Aries woman, and it could work on the vice versa if you were a Pisces woman dealing with an Aries man. But it's like, it's crazy because like when you meet an Aries, is like I said, you think it's gonna be some type of drama, some type of fight, but not necessarily. But it's based on how you move. It's based off your confidence. It's based off of like your approach. And you definitely, I would recommend you be someone that may have fire in your natal chart, because then once she sees like, okay, that you can match her energy, then it's like all that all that type of, I say all that fighting usually kind of settles. Now, let me see. Oh, no problem, Anitra. Oh, you saying tonight you spend, okay, James, I got you. Said tonight you spending it with the family. No, my fault. You say you staying in tonight. Okay, I got you. And okay, I feel you. Yeah, say, see, Seth said, what's up from New Zealand? Happy New Year. We are already in 2026 over here. Hell yeah. Happy New Year as well. And New Zealand, yeah, I know that's kind of far. I ain't gonna lie. But how y'all holiday going so far? When it comes to Aries women, like I say, Aries women, you not gonna get bored, but I will say you have to subconsciously figure out what it is that, you know, I'll put it to you like, you gotta subconsciously figure out what she likes, because she's probably not gonna show you off the bat like any type of thing that she's into, especially if it's something that's wild, you know, because it's like, you know, every Aries woman got a wild side to them, and it's like, it don't just come out. You gotta like initiate it too. Now, Aries women, they like to fight, play fight, or as you guys know, they have I'll put it to you. This is from experience, my experience. Like, it's like they have a childlike ego, if that makes sense. So it's like they feel that they can get into anything, do anything. So, but when you attach the playfulness to it, that's how you got to look at it with Aries, because she likes to play, like, meaning like she like to maybe like wrestle, you know, do little things that you probably wouldn't, you know, expect from a woman. Or she definitely can surprise you with certain things. Like, she like to dance, you know, she the type of woman that you turn on some music, she'll dance with you. So, you know, like, could be a party animal, somebody that's really intense with it. But it's like, I see that she just like to have fun no matter the age. Those are some of the good points about Pisces, man, and Aries. As you know, Pisces is a little more laid back and calm, and Aries likes that. Now, that's all the things that I know that are fine and dandy that I'm mentioning so far. Now, here's a little, when it gets to be a problem, or not, I ain't gonna say such of a problem, but things that could actually lead to the explosions, is like you being passive with something that you may want to talk about, Pisces. So you have to be direct, just as she is, about any type of misunderstandings, because she's the type of person that, like, she's not going to respond, like, she's not going to like read your mind in such a way that you would read someone else's. No, I'm chilling right now. I'm doing the live right now. Nova, the ops, no ops today. Actually, see, it's so crazy, because it's like, my bad, y'all, about the sound in the background. It's just it's just this little thing, but damn, this is so wild, y'all. Damn. I guess y'all gonna have to ride with me, man, because this is I have to take this one, bro. So this one, just bear with me, y'all. I'm definitely gonna finish the live. I'm not gonna end it just yet, but y'all have to ride with me, because, like I say, I gotta try to do this order, and it ain't gonna take me long to do this order, you guys. It's just that I don't, literally, this order is paying, like, I know I gotta drive, so I know it's hard for y'all to see me, but I'm still here. So I wasn't expecting this, but I gotta take this order, because this order, like, decent, and this man only want like a few items, so that's hate to pass it up. So yeah, Just know I don't normally do this, but like I say, I had to make an exception. So just bear with me, you guys. Shout out to the real day ones, everybody that got the membership, as I have to give you guys what you paid for, and that public shout outs. And I'm gonna, like I say, get y'all names down so I can call you, give you guys the public shout outs by your names, your YouTube names. But yeah, so I'm gonna tell y'all about the Aries situation. As you guys know, the drama with the ops, the people that's been like giving me a hard time lately has been the Scorpio and the Libra man. As you guys know, I haven't really talked much to the Libra man, as I don't really trust him no more after having that little bout with him, because I don't know. It's like, with us Pisces, we don't like to be vulnerable, because that messes up. That just, to me, it's too fast. Like, if somebody, you just had an argument or fallout with someone, you should, definitely forgive them, so that way it doesn't like eat you alive or, mess with your conscience, especially moving forward. But like, let's say, I hate when it's like 2 lanes open, and then like somebody, when you drive and it's like 3 lanes and then it's 2 lanes open, and it's like somebody just, okay, now that I said something, he decided to get into a different lane. It's like sometimes it feels like people just following you around. But yeah, like I say, I feel like Pisces, like sometimes you be needing that escape. Now I really see why it's really a good thing, because it's actually a breath of fresh air to be able to escape a situation that has been a little stressful, or at least it had, at least it probably amounted to the stressfulness that I probably wasn't even hoping for, because sometimes we could get stressed out and we don't even know we're stressed. But it's like the Libra, he still comes around, but it's like, it's not the same, because, when you argue with people, a lot of times you see people in a different light, because it's like, where is all this negative energy coming from? Like, I feel like what he said it with his chest, and what I said it with my chest. So it's like, if I felt, okay, so if I knew he was gonna have that type of energy, I probably would have never, like saying that he felt like that, I probably would have never have even been cool with him in the first place, if that makes sense. So it's like, I can't be like, I'm not fake to be a type of person that's gonna let somebody talk to me any kind of way, and then on top of that, not even take accountability and just trying to make it seem like it's my fault, or trying to play the blame game. So that's why I said, like, when you're in a situation, when you know something's not right, it's like all you could do is remain silent. It's not like, and he has been, trying to say little, things to me like, oh man, how you doing, brother? And it's like, I still question, does he really mean that? Or is he like just trying to smooth everything over and trying to be nice, trying to be like, friendly? But it's like, once you see how somebody character really is, you can't really trust their charm. You can't trust the charm of a Libra, because that friendliness only came out because we had fell out. So it's like, I don't want to, it's almost like that's his shield to get me into it's like he's trying to get me into a vulnerable state. Like, he wants to get me into a whole back and forth. Oh, I said that, man. I was just, I was just upset. Hey, man, I was, going through some shit, and you're not getting me into that type of shit. You're not going to pull me into something that I don't feel is necessary. Like, that's why I said, once you bring the cat out of the bag is, you can't put the cat back in the bag once it's already out. It's like, And it's like, the problem is this, you guys. So the Libra man is in, like he talks about God, and and you could tell, like he's the type. I would say I believe in God too, but as the thing is different, that I don't feel the need to go out and like throw it in everybody's face and make it seem like, I don't know if you guys have ever been around somebody that's like, how can I say it? It's like over. Well, I'll say this, because I don't want to say the wrong thing, because there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with praising God and talking about God, but it's like you gotta make sure you really live that type of life, and that this is not some type of like showboat, like showmanship, that you're just running around the city trying to be self-righteous and trying to make it seem like it's a competition, like, oh, like you're just so perfect. Like, because we already know that everybody makes mistakes, so it's not like, oh, you can sit there and just say like try to make people feel bad, and like you're constantly quoting scriptures, and you're like every time somebody says something, you like, yo brother, you don't need to do that, and then it's like he'll quote scripture, and I understand like he's trying to correct you, but it's like, bro, it's a time and a place, and you gotta understand that some people don't know God, bro. You can't. If you try to be judgmental, that's the last thing. That's not gonna help somebody to Christ, because you're quoting scriptures and that they don't know what you're talking about. Like, bro, you have to lead by example, and then what happens is people will see like, man, this person don't curse, or hey, this person don't, they'll notice your fruit. Instead of you trying to prove to somebody like, oh yeah, to me it's like, I feel like I just feel like he's different from me. Like he's a little more preachy and more how can I say it? It's like I feel like he's doing it wrong. That's just how I'd rather break it down. He's doing it wrong to where I know the difference. Like, I used to be just like him, where I thought that was how you were supposed to do it. Then I realized, like, nah, you have to be humble, bro. You have to be humble, because we're not we, according to faith, not religion, but faith, you're not supposed to walk around being arrogant and acting like, self-righteous, and acting like you're better than everybody else because of your beliefs, if that makes sense. So that's the thing. It's like he's doing it like he's going around waving that like a championship belt, and he's like, looking, yeah, I'm this and that, and hey, we're following. Like, he's just very preachy. But it's like, bro, you doing this 24/7, and it's like hard to really like get to know you, because you constantly keep like what they call it? It's like beating somebody over the head with the Bible, in other words. It's like, bro, he reminds me of my cousin, because my cousin, he will always bring stuff up, and then it's like he'll be trying to like justify why he doesn't believe in something. And he was a Libra too. It's like this diplomatic approach to life. It bugs me, because it's like, bro, I'm really concerned about him. I'm really concerned about, if he continues to behave like that, he's going to drive somebody crazy. Like, I'm surprised his wife hasn't, ran for her life, and climbed the damn tree. Because it's like I say, you don't have to, it's all in your fruit, it's all in your walk, it's all in how you live for Christ. It has nothing to do with, oh, go around the city and just be bragging, and just like anybody can. There's people out there that can quote scripture, but like, are you really living? Are you really perfect? You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure, before you judge others, you gotta make sure you're living a goody two shoes type of life before you go around trying to convict other people, and trying to like point fingers and make it seem like other people are doing wrong in life. Like, bro, like, everybody is not the same. Everybody goes through things. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying, like, you don't never know where somebody's at mentally or physically in their life. To mention something, you have to live it and let your the way you live your life, let that be an example to pull people to Christ. Not, oh, I'm gonna sit here and try to, like, you know, make it seem like, you know, it's so the Libra, in other words, I know I'm kind of yapping, but in other words, it's cold as shit out here, you guys. It's like 15, damn, it's like 15 degrees and the wind is blowing and it's feeling like it's 5 degrees. That's how frick cold it is. But I had to do this because I brought y'all with me, so to do this damn order, because now y'all get to see what the hell I go through. Not that I go through anything, but this is how I do my job. Hold on a second. I had to flip the camera around so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, damn, I must have ran my battery down because I had my car on. I kept falling asleep because I was just tired as shit, you guys. I was just tired. So I need to wear a damn coat, but I don't be wanting to wear no coat while I'm working because I be sweating and shouldn't be. That shit be getting me hot while I'm trying to get my work done. Then you gotta be careful because the ice and shit. But I learned too, another thing is, like, how can I say it? I had to learn how to, like, record you guys without, I need to get me a gimbal or something, but I had to learn how to record without, damn, this door locked. How the fuck you supposed to get in here? The fuck? That's weird. But motherfuckers be nosy. And I had to, y'all closed? Oh, okay. All right, appreciate it. Now that's something different right there, y'all. Now I go all the way up here and they close, bro. So now I gotta cancel this order. What time is it? Okay, 9. All right. Well, the good news is I still get paid for it. So what I'm gonna do is start the order, but then I'm gonna tell the customer, as you guys can see, not trying to put his name out there. It's not like it's a first and last name, but this was the order. So now I'm gonna just say, sorry, sir, they're closed. But yeah, it's cold as shit out here, y'all. This is it's like freezing cold. Whew, shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's cold as a, like, man, it feel like opening the freezer. Now I gotta tell this guy that they're closed, so I can't do the order. So now I'm gonna tell y'all why I started the order, is so I can get paid for it. Because sometimes they won't let you do it. They won't pay you for it if, yeah, I got a Kia, you guys. I got 2 cars, but this Kia, you know, I be having this is my little work car. Yeah, so now I gotta contact the damn thing, tell this guy. First you gotta, you know, say it in a nice way. Hello, Gary. Boom Busty. Hello, Gary. The store is closed. The store is closed. They closed at 9 o'clock. They closed. Then you gotta say all that. No, say it. All right, let me contact support real quick so they can cancel this. Now that's gonna make, I know people gonna be like, what? Well, you should have got there sooner. Like, hey man, I was driving there. Hold on. Okay, so something else. Something else. And something else. This is all like the requirement to do. I might have to call them over the phone. Please, I hope they answer.
Welcome to Instacart. This call may be monitored or recorded for quality purposes. Press 1 to continue in English. Press 2 for Spanish. Please hold.
Let's see, hopefully they answer right away. My bad, y'all. I just had to do this because yeah, so while I'm waiting for them, hold on, they might answer. But yeah, man, it's like, damn. So long as I still get paid for it, cause then it's like I didn't have to drive really nowhere. I didn't really have to do the order, but you damn near get most of the money for the order, in other words. So that's why I was like, that was an easy order. It was like I think it was like 7 items. But it's like, damn, I ain't know all the stores closed early. Why y'all didn't tell me the stores closed early? You said the mac and cheese. No, yeah, lady. No, I ain't get that yet. But yeah, I said it'll be when it's good, it sound like mac and cheese. That's what you said, Saz World. What's going on, Justin? 30 days sober, that's what's up. Yeah, I gotta just turn this down. They might be getting plenty calls. No, I don't be Millie rocking, nah, Brody. Who said I'm sitting in your, looking you up? That's crazy. No, I ain't gonna end it. I'm just okay, he responded. Hold on. I ain't gonna end it because I already know as soon as I yeah, it's only like a certain amount of time. Cause I went live early today because like I normally get on like at 11, but this day is kind of bad because I got up for work and then I went back to sleep, and then all of a sudden it's just like, how can I say it? I went back to sleep again. And then by that time, it was like 5. I was supposed to be at work at like 6:30 in the morning. Overslept, got up at like 3 p.m., got up at 5 p.m., tried to hurry up and go to work, only to fall asleep again. Like once I got out the shower, I got in the car. You know how when your body is still kind of like relaxed? Then that's when why is it taking so long to answer? Yeah. So then once you turn the heat on in the car, man, I was going like a light. And then all of a sudden I'm like kind of just slept the day away. So that's what I was just upset that damn, I should have got my ass up at 6:30 and just just push through, but I didn't get. I should have got me some coffee or some. Usually get like Dunkin' coffee, or yeah, I used to get the Dunkin' coffee, but I didn't have no energy to even drive up there. Then I damn near burned all my gas out because I didn't have my car running. I know y'all thinking it was probably a bad idea you accepted that order, bro. Could probably try to bait me, huh? All right, they don't answer him within the next 5 more minutes. Yeah, so we was talking about Aries, you guys. So I started talking to this one girl. She's an Aries, so that's been taking my mind off of the whole drama with them dudes regarding, you know, the chain and shit. That was a mess. I'll never do that again. Never going any up. No. So the Scorpio, he ended up getting a job, so that's good. So that could stop the whole situation. I don't know how, like, he said he worked at a warehouse, so he ain't really been like around. Libra dude, he been around, but oh shit, hold on. So I guess, oh shit, what happened? Don't tell me that. Hold on, he must have called. Wait a minute. Oh, motherfucker. I think he called and he canceled it. Now let me check and make sure it didn't affect my account. Because sometimes if they cancel it, I started it. I just gotta see if, no way. Hold on. Yeah, let me see. I think he removed the order, so I have to make sure I got paid for it, you guys. But I'm gonna make sure my account wasn't affected. I had a brain fart, so let me see. Why did I? No. Oh, it's right here. I'm tripping. All right, let me see. No, I wasn't. It wasn't counted against me. But I should have got paid for it though. Oh, you dirty dog. I'm gonna just contact them through the. It's easier to call them over the phone, but how can I say it? I hate when I do it through the chat, it takes too long. So I'm gonna just, while I'm waiting for them to respond. So yeah, back to the topic. The Aries woman, I've been talking to her, but here's the thing, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm sure a lot of Pisces men that's in the chat, I'm sure y'all understand. But have you ever talked to someone that you had high interest in, and not like you had high interest in, and then like you probably just met her, you probably just met her, and then all of a sudden you like you like damn, you know, y'all got so much in common. You kind of, because you picked up on her energy real quick, so you kind of like knew like, oh, that's who you wanted to talk to. But do you ever get into a moment where you be feeling like your intuition be holding you back sometime? It be telling you to slow down. It be like, slow the fuck down, slow down, slow down. Because like you could get, sometimes you could get into that dreamy type mindset where you start to, how can I say it? It's just like it's not that you get tender hearted, none. It's just like you just be like feeling the energy. So I feel like too, I think that's the part of Aries passion that you feel, to where you start feeling like you feel like you belong or something. Like it feels like a instant connection. But I will say that once me and her was chilling, she said something weird to me that kind of threw me off. She said, she was like, you want to wrestle? And I'm like, wrestle? I'm like, what you want to do that for? And I'm like, nah, I don't want to wrestle. That ain't what I'm like. She want to play, play fight. And I'm like, nah. Then that's when it spawned, like it just dawned on me like, damn, that's really what Aries like to do. Like, so it's like she want to wrestle and stuff and play fight and stuff. And I'm like, nah. And she was like, we got to talking about the sizzling hot, intimacy and stuff. She was like, oh, I want you, pull my hair and all this stuff and, choke. And I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't doing all that shit, bro. So I feel like, only because I know that shit could backfire, like, but here's the thing, like, she's pretty feisty to where, now when I said the ego is like a child's ego, because like she gets real, I ain't gonna say she has a temper, but she gets pissed really quick. So like if you do something that she doesn't, I ain't even gonna say that she doesn't like it, she could be very petty. So it's like, if you don't let her win, or it's like, it could be anything, an argument, or little things, like because she could be, if she likes you, she could be clingy in a good way, but sometimes clingy to the point where you can't do nothing else, like, because she wants to be, with you doing it, if that makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that can make you become addicted. That can make you don't want to get sprung, you don't want to get like, how they say pussy whipped and shit, because you with her all the time. And it's just like, some people, you just gotta balance it out and create space. You don't want to be like hovering around her 24/7 or just every day like that. So definitely you can't just like sit there and ignore her either, because she doesn't do too well with that. With like, let's say you, and the reason I say this, because Pisces is, so we could like somebody and be very, just like super into a person, only to like still want to pull away, and like we be wanting to do our own thing. But I know that's what I knew, they was gonna do that. Y'all be knowing I be having a million things going on at once. But yeah, so yeah, getting back to the thing is like, us Pisces, we could be very, and we can be highly in tune with somebody that we actually, love to be around, or we might love them, and it might be quick. And it's like, that's how things have been between me and her, is that we had pretty much hit it off right when we like too fast, well, not too fast in a bad way, but it's like everything happened so quick. So now it's like how can I say this, man? Because like, it's like, I really like, but it's like, you just gotta still take your time, but not be like invisible, or hey, you gotta spend some time, but you ain't gotta spend like all your time. But it's like you just gotta go with the flow sometime and like enjoy your life and not be afraid of the risk, because to me it's like if you worry about that what ifs and like shit happening, then you probably shouldn't even be you know, you shouldn't even be talking to, you know, dating or talking to people then. But yeah, how can I say it? It sound, because I know it sounds like that's probably because I'm driving. But yeah, when it I think it's a beautiful thing. I feel like it definitely can work. Look at Stanley and his wife. If you know, if you need really some proof that it, you know, for those of you that may doubt the whole situation, but it's like, yeah, when it comes to, how can I say, oh man, yeah, okay, so what the hell did I do? All right, so missing something. What the hell did I do? Oh, it's right here. All right, so when it comes to, like I say, you as a Pisces, you probably would be, you will like an Aries, put it like, you will like an Aries woman. It's definitely like, she gets you, and it's like, if she like you, she really gonna be loyal to you, you see, until you do something to give her a reason to not be loyal. Whether you, oh, I actually did get paid. Let's go. That's what's up. I didn't have to contact him. Thank God. Didn't have to contact them. They already did it for me. So yeah, anyway, getting back to the video, I apologize, you guys, for all the extra shit aside from the topic. Now, yeah, definitely can work. But here's the thing, you got to just be careful, because she could feel your energy. She could gauge like just how you know much interest that you have towards her, you know. And what I said is, why am I saying this? That there's nothing wrong when you really into it, because I'm gonna tell you why this is. I'm gonna tell you why it happens, because it's rare for you to really find something you're looking for. It's like, let's say there's a pair of shoes, or if you're a woman, there was a dress or something in a store that you've been looking for years, or hey, you really, you know, that's something you really wanted, you know, and all of a sudden they have it, but they only have one. And it's like, oh, you know, you find some shoes you've been looking for, you find some retro, you know, 11s in gray, brand new in the box, and it's like they got one left. You're going to be like, man, you're going to be willing and ready to go all in for those, if that's something you really wanted, you know, and that, you know, places seldomly have. So when I met her, I'm like, bro, like, I got to hop on this, bro. Like, it ain't no, and I'm like, at that moment, I'm like, man, I wonder what her sign is. So I asked her, I said, yo, what's your zodiac sign? She was like, Aries. I'm like, and now it's like, I didn't really think nothing about it, because I hardly really talked to Aries. And she told me, I'm like, oh, and then we were like chopping it up. So it was like, I realized that we had a lot in common. And then it was like stuff about me that she like, you know, tapped into. So I said, oh, damn, how the hell she knew that? Like, but I also like the fact that how she views loyalty, she really stand by those principles. So it's like, I really do believe an Aries will be loyal to you, as long as you don't do something like to, you know, if you make her feel like not seen, or you don't pay her no attention, of course that would make somebody, you know, look elsewhere. But one thing about it is, like, when I'm talking about, when I speak of her personality, like I say, she's fun to be around. It's just that you as a Pisces, you just can't, you don't want to, how can I say this? You don't want to be like trying to control her, in other words. Like, don't try to like um control her, smother her, or just, say anything to self-undo and to fuck up the whole situation. Because Pisces, we can do that. We can really mess up something for ourselves because we probably might doubt the whole factor. We might feel like, oh, it could be a confidence thing where you might feel like you might look at the differences from the past of, maybe somebody said you was annoying, or hey, you felt bored, and you could have mentioned it, and all of a sudden the person, like, they can start to gauge your confidence based off of you saying such a thing, like, oh. And I told her this. I said it wasn't related to my confidence, but I told her, I said, yo, I don't really know if I really have the pace of entertainment for you, like, because I'm the type of person, like I'll talk to a person, but like, I don't know if y'all ever realize within yourself, no matter what sign you are, like, how long can you entertain a person to where you feel like they won't be able to handle your silence once you go back into your element, or once you just like, because you Pisces are already chill, you already laid back. So like, once you get quiet on somebody, I've noticed that people feel very uncomfortable when a Pisces is like talkative, being fun, and then all of a sudden it's like that Pisces end up shifting into a relaxed mood to where it's like they're not really talking much anymore. So I told her, like, if I get quiet, that doesn't mean anything. It just means that I'm chilling. I'm, just thinking about life, thinking about ideas, and, I'm very creative. So I just be thinking about my next live segment or writing some notes down. And then I told her, if you see me get quiet, now that would let you know that, hey, he's just in his head, don't pay attention. So I said that because I know a lot of times when I don't express that or don't say that, people will be assuming the worst, that they feel like I'm doing something sneaky, or, oh, you're not talking, is something wrong? No, it's nothing wrong. And I'm like, just chilling. I don't feel like I gotta talk all day long just to prove the interest. But that's the only thing, Pisces. Like, remember I said people don't really know what you're doing. They always assume the worst when you're just like chilling, because people don't expect you to be to be yourself, to be authentic, and just like, own who you are, show who you are, express who you are. It's like you don't tend to change up who you are, so you're always the same. And if you have that steadiness and that focusedness within yourself, then Aries damn sure will stay with you. See, because she will test you. She will test to see, like, oh, will you get jealous if you hear that, hey, somebody tried to talk to me, or whoop-de-woo. It's like, but she likes to talk though, but it's crazy. She don't like to talk. She's selective too. She don't really like talking to, everybody. So she will, she type of person that if you talk to her, she'll talk to you. But, yeah, so I know you guys probably like, damn, bro, you just was talking about the ops, now you talking about some lovey-doveys. But it's like, bro, sometimes I feel like you need the lovey-doveys to make, to get that support, and just to, distract yourself, because like them dudes was really like doing too much, bro, to where I was like, I gotta find something else to do. Like, I gotta go do something else. But I didn't know what I was gonna do. But then when I met her, it kind of took my focus off of what the hell they, the whole chain situation, and what they, whatever they, just the little dramas that was coming with the Scorpio and Libra. That I haven't, like I said, I haven't really spoke much to the Scorpio, because he got a job, and then like I said, the Libra, he's just, I don't know, man. I can't tell y'all really too much about what's going on with him. And then the other guy, the Cancer, he was I had saw him the other day. He was I don't really see me and him really being like cool like that, you know. It's just like I say, the energy shift as us Pisces oftentimes witness and feel. Once you feel once you feel the difference when a person switch up or they change, it's like it doesn't feel the same to where you feel, you know, comfortable emotionally. So I was just like, nah. Some people can bring the worst side of you to where like they end up, you know, I ain't gonna say summoning, but it's like they bring out something within you that you probably wasn't really planning for, because and it could be related to just irritation. But yeah, definitely I was like, nah. So the only thing is I kind of, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel bad for doing this, but I feel like, how can I say, man, this is why I say it, like you gotta be honest with how you feel. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I did it kind of fast, you guys. So I know y'all probably like, damn, this dude in love. Like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm all vulnerable to the point, but in a way, I will say I'm somewhat vulnerable. It's like if you believe that, I'll say I'm somewhat vulnerable, but it's kind of like I don't want to be like I don't want to ruin the situation, because it's like I have a tendency to fuck some shit up, if that makes sense. Cause I understand, like, when you self undo stuff, like you end up ruining your own shit because you don't trust, like, to where it's like Pisces is like, okay, this is a good thing. I like it. I love it. You know, I hope this lasts. I hope this connection is meaningful and long lasting, because it's like, you know, that you're gonna put worth the effort, and then all of a sudden here comes that damn illusion, bro. The fucking illusion comes, and it's like, do you really know this person? And then your intuition starts to, you know, step in. It's like, you can't go by remember I said, it's what you can't see. You can't go by your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you. And I'm like, okay, it looks like looks like a good situation. We done already made it official. And it's like, now moving forward, it's like, I'm just going for the ride until we crash, you know? When I don't plan on crashing, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't worry about what ifs and all this, you know. You can't be in fear or worry about something jumping off, something ruining it. You just have to live your life. And like I say, you know, life, what do they say? Life throws low blows, and you just got to keep hopping, you know, keep skipping, keep moving, keep pushing. And you can't worry about, you know, anything going wrong. Focus on what can be the best of the situation, or what can go right. Now, so let me get into the topic, you guys. I know I've been yapping. I apologize for the yapping, you guys. It's just that I've been trying to figure out this is stuff, and I believe this with Aries is just things go fast. You know, she makes he or she, they make quick decisions. So it's like, you really ain't, you know, Aries, they respond quick. And I believe that's something for Pisces that we actually love, for a person to like be decisive and just make decisions. Okay, whether they accept it or not, it's like, just a person just to be direct with you is a huge benefit. Because Aries won't have you waiting to have you, like, you know, in that whole little limbo of like, hey, what are they gonna do? Are we gonna do this or not? Because with us Pisces, we don't like to waste time. See, because time is of the essence, and we need to, if we have to if we want something, boom, we just do it. That's it, you know. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys why Aries woman, Pisces man, why they could date or marry each other. Like I say, the good thing of why it works is, like I say, Aries gives Pisces direction when he's overwhelmed. See, this is like one of the most huge, like, Pisces needs this. This is a good thing. This is very good, because when us Pisces get overwhelmed, the Aries passion is upbeat, is playful, is fun. So she can literally snap you out of any bad mood to where you would just totally forget about the whole situation. It'll feel like it never happened. So it's like with me and her, we was just kicking it. Bro, I literally forgot about all that bullshit with that chain and all them dudes. It's just like I was just in a whole trance with her, just like kicking it and just having fun. Then on top of that, Pisces calms Aries impulsiveness down. See, because Pisces shows Aries like the water first, you know, before she jumps into a situation that would get herself, you know, in trouble. Pisces would say, well, oh, hold on, don't do that, because you don't want to get banned, or hey, you don't want them people to put you out. You don't want that person to, you know, you get sued or something, you know. So that's like Pisces helps Aries here with the impulsiveness. Now, Aries motivates Pisces to what? Chase their dreams. See, because she's a cardinal. So she's all about making things happen, you know, action. So that's good for Pisces, because you could be on the fence. You might be procrastinating, dragging your feet, you know, not really sure. And she's going to push you to do that, to do those, make dreams come true. Now, Pisces softens Aries edges, okay? And the funny, that's why she wanted to fight. She was like, yo, let's fight, because she started feeling soft, see, because we all doing the lovey-doveys and, you know, doing the whole romance thing. Because I believe that a Pisces, when they are operating in the whole romanticism, you know, romantic, you know, situation, when they get that going, it's a lot. See, it's a lot for a person. So it could really soften a person that's probably, you know, appears to be a bully, or appears to be somebody that, you know, likes to get into shit. So definitely a Pisces will soften the Aries edge. Now, Aries protects Pisces emotionally, bro. Because literally, I had told her about the story I shared with you guys regarding the chain, the situation. And instantly she told me like the same thing. She was like, well, shit, they need to, you know, just get it yourself. Don't even ante up with them. What you ante up with them for, you know, you damn near just get your own type shit. So she was just kind of like, the whole emotion thing, it just never really, I ain't really feel nothing after talking with her about the situation. Now, the thing about it, Pisces protects Aries spiritually, see? Because remember I said it's what you can't see. So Pisces, you're able to expose the anything related to that's to be consciously done, to where you can show her, hey, you know, have faith and, you know, believe in what you can't see, you know, and that type of talk spiritually. Now, the next thing is that Aries brings passion, okay? And that passion, what does that do for Pisces? What benefit does it have? It brings depth. See, there's nothing like an Aries passion. Trust me. Because she the type, I ain't gonna lie, like she the type of person that will support you, you know, that she will literally look out for you. You know how they say, like, a person that's very thoughtful, especially around the holidays, or just, you know, it don't even have to be a holiday. She's the type of person where she might, Aries passion, or when it comes to Aries passion, when they bring it to you, it's like she might see something that she know you like in the store, and she'll just bring it to you or buy it for you. Like, oh, let's say you wanted those retro 11s and she came across them. She'll buy them for you and be like, oh, heck, you know, babe, I saw those shoes that you like, you know, I grabbed them for you. Boom. Like that type of stuff, where this person is very thoughtful, like, and just, you know, they be like paying attention to you talk. See, Pisces, we care about not only a connection, but we care about you remembering things that we like, you know, like because sometimes we feel like we talking to ourselves when we talking to people. We feel like they don't understand us, or they don't really be in tune like we be in tune when they speak and talk about they dilemmas and stuff, right? So when when somebody literally attentively is listening to us, we love that. See, so that let me know, like, okay, like she really, you know, because she got me some food and stuff. Now I know that's kind of funny, but she brought me some food, but how the hell she even knew what I like to eat on, you know? So she's just like, oh, I got you this. Boom. I'm like, oh, thank you. You know, like I wasn't expecting that. But yeah. Now, okay, the next thing. Pisces listens deeply, okay, because of the empathy. But we don't like to just let somebody feed off our empathy. We kind of like keep it to ourselves. But at times people get like a little glimpse of it, and it's like, you know, we have that type of effect on others. Now, when it comes to the empathy and us, you know, being attentive, that will make an Aries feel validated. See, and that's what she needs. That's what she wants. Now, Aries, like on the other good side, is they encourage action. Okay, encouraging action, which is tied into, you know, Pisces. You know, regarding their dreams, it encourages what? Reflection. See, so that of which is given to Pisces is what? Mirrored right back to Aries. So it also helps them to, you know, take action, because sometimes they're good at pushing others, but hey, sometimes they need that push for themselves. Now, both, and here's the very powerful next good trait between the two, is that both crave loyalty. See, because where there's loyalty, that's where Pisces rewards. See, to where if a Pisces see that, oh, you holding it down, you've been good, and it's for a long period of time, like a long, not just, you know, weeks, but weeks to months to years, and you still like loyal, that's what we look for. Because yes, I know a lot of people gonna say in the comments or the chat, they might say, oh, you know, they've been cheated on by a Pisces. And I'm gonna tell you something. If a Pisces thinks you're cheating on them, and let's say I won't even say thinks, if they know you're cheating on them, they're gonna cheat on you, because they're not gonna, you know, Pisces refuse to be the victim. See, even though we are oftentimes the victim, but it's like with us Pisces, is we tend to we are very loyal to the ones that we know are loyal to us, if that makes sense. It's like we're not gonna cheat on somebody that's loyal, that's been loyal, and we can see it. It's not even something you just know, but it's like you can see it, and you know a person's like intent. So that's another good thing. The next thing, Aries bravery, it helps Pisces take risk. Now, remember I said when it comes to you being with the Aries, you can't worry about nothing. You can't worry about people, even though that may show insecurities within like yourself, of telling her like what you may you know, not what you may like and not like. But I recommend you do this early when you guys first meet. Let her know, hey, if you you know, if there's every issue, you know, we must communicate, and never assume, like never guess about how each other, you know, how each one of us feel, because at that point you would be establishing a boundary, and she would be able to see it. See, because sometimes if you don't voice certain things with Aries, they not gonna know that, oh, you care about that, and that's something that, hey, They need to hear that. You know, they need to hear you say directly like, hey, we must always communicate, hey, stay loyal to one another, and voice any concerns, never assume, never guess. And that's the way you want to say it, to where not like you talking to them like a kid, but sometimes, you know, kids, they actually hone in on information to where it's like, if you tell your kid to like not do something, 9 times out of 10, you have to be direct in order for them to actually carry it out. Because if you don't, a kid is not going to read your mind and be like, oh, if you beat around the bush with telling them to, like, you know, not do things, or you being vague, they're going to just end up, you know, messing up and making a mistake because you wasn't direct. You didn't tell them to, you know, not go outside after dark. You gave them curfew, but then it's like, if you say don't stay out all night, you never tell them to come back at a certain time, they might stay out a little too late because you never gave them a direct time to be back home or be in the house. So you have to be direct with Aries. You have to, like, not hold back, like, how you feel, even if it's emotionally, even if it's, you know, emotionally, if it's something related to emotional, you know, realm of things, even if you feel embarrassed to say it, even if you feel like you shouldn't say it, because once they see how you feel, that's how they're able to take action on it, to be like, okay, he don't like this, or, you know, hey, I can't, you know, he don't want me doing this. He already told me like what it was, like if I was to do this, then he gonna respond this way. So that's how you want to handle it. The next thing that's a good thing is the empathy. Okay, so Pisces empathy makes Aries feel understood. See, because a Pisces will say, you know, I feel where you're coming from. And a lot of times that stops the whole, you know, competitive edge to Aries too, as well. Another good thing is Aries, they love Pisces mystery, because as I said, Pisces will pull back, whether or not you think they won't, they will pull back. So some people may say that a Pisces get overstimulated, but a Pisces just needs to, you know, go for a swim, needs a break, needs to think of a job where, you know, people take breaks every 3 hours. So that's how Pisces could just be, you know, to you, to where after every 3 hours, they just take off and go do something else, to where they need a mental break to be like, okay, I need to think about what I'm gonna eat tonight, or I got to, you know, or hey, I'm going to work out later. Because the scariest thing for Pisces is a Pisces doesn't want to hurt you. See, and if you, I'm gonna tell you, like, the longer you spend around a Pisces, telling you this, man, if you hang out with a Pisces all day long, that could be bad. See, because I'm gonna tell you why. Imagine you being a tiny little breadcrumb, right? And there's this vacuum that's constantly, you know, sucking in like dust and everything, like a storm, like a tornado. It's constantly pulling energy in. It's constantly absorbing everything. Did you know a crumb ain't gonna stand a chance just hanging out there and being near that Pisces 24/7? So if a Pisces like is around you and they just absorb, because the absorbing comes with Pisces. It's not like Pisces turns a switch on and then all of a sudden it's absorbing. Like, nah, bro. Pisces is absorbing in an omnipresent type of way, to where they're pulling on all different signals of their surroundings, people, places, to where if you hang around a Pisces too long, they're going to dissolve all boundaries, fam. So then all of a sudden, you're going to be like, wait a minute, hold on, man. You ain't going to feel comfortable. So see, you're not going to feel comfortable all of a sudden, because now a Pisces can make you feel so good And then all of a sudden you become emotionally, unsafe. See, because Pisces absorbed everything about you. What do you think is going to come out? It's cold-blooded. It's what you can't see. If a Pisces absorb everything, see the surface level shit that, that you kind of see the rose-colored glasses is like blocking out certain things that you probably need to know that person secretly hasn't told you because they kept it inward. They kept it a secret. Pisces absorbs those secrets, unfolds those secrets. The longer you spend around a Pisces, guess what happens in the chat? Guess what happens? Guess what happens? You end up telling that Pisces or showing that Pisces something that you didn't tell them. And you don't even know why you told them that shit. The longer you spend with a Pisces, you will start coughing up all that dark stuff that people telling on themselves. People, saying how they cheated on their husband and then they, slept with his brother, or just something comes out to where it's like, wait a minute. You done got a little too comfortable. Like, okay, now, you see, so Pisces is afraid of, is afraid of that. Pisces is afraid of that whole, you telling them all that stuff, all that gunk and all that stuff that you have to, get healing for, to where sometimes if a Pisces hear a little too much, they might end up what? They might end up ending the cycle without even wanting to, without trying to, without, because the intuition is going to tell you, like, the intuition is not going to let you be caught off guard with anything. So if she used to be a stripper in her past or a prostitute or something, it's going to come out. She going to tell you. So even while you may be fully into her, the intuition is going to cut through and show you something like, oh, you think you like her? Okay, boom. Wait till she tells you this. Then it's like, boom, she started telling you stuff that you ain't signed up for. See? Because you done dissolved all her boundaries. Now she feel unsafe emotionally because that was her defense from not even keep you from even tapping into the very things that she's hiding from you, that she's not telling you about. Because everybody is going to show you what? First impressions, the good side of them only. So you're going to end up absorbing everything. And then all of a sudden, you get bored because, listen, you're going to get bored because now you know too much about that person. The problem is you have to be careful, because if a Pisces get too much information and too much energy from you, they can drain you. They can hypnotize you. They can make you feel, they can have you out there floating to where now all of a sudden you start to feel powerless. You start feeling drained. And guess what? That Pisces has a what? Has a resemblance of you. See? Because the Pisces downloaded what? Through alchemizing your identity. And now all of a sudden that mirroring situation, once they alchemize your energy, then they can make an imprint of you. See? They can act like you. They can talk like you. They can have the same interests, and all of a sudden it feels like this Pisces has become a version of you. See? Your character, your personality, everything about you, the way the Pisces can almost chameleon-like, you won't even know that's a separate person from yourself. You'll feel like, oh, both of y'all are completely the same and think the same. And sometimes that Pisces has to take off, meaning they have to escape, and they have to go out there and take off it's like they have to empty their cartridge. They got to empty out the vacuum, all the dust they collected, everything, and separate it and say, okay, this is all her shit. This is all his shit. to where you can actually come back to your center core Pisces. See? Because sometimes you hang around somebody, then all of a sudden you become more like them because you're mutable. See? And you can really mutate and interchangeably change between different suits of people. See? It's almost like you have a closet full of personalities and identities that you can actually put on that energy and be them for the day. See? That's why they be saying, Pisces, damn, they be like, Pisces, you been hanging with Tyrone too long. Why you think they be saying that? Oh man, you been hanging around that Pisces a little too long. He acting like you now. See? Yeah, he talking loud like you, cussing, and now he acting like you now. Or let's say the kid been hanging with his daddy a Pisces. What do they say about the kids? Oh, you acting like your damn daddy. Now look, he already getting, you been around him too long. See that? Pisces can have that effect on people because reflection. See? That's why Pisces goes, like Pisces women go for the underdog, and that's why they can mirror and put energy and a battery in the back of a person that feels down, feels weak, inferior. And next you know, that Pisces can have that person confident, upbeat, healed, rejuvenated, refreshed. And next thing they can go out there and make something happen for themselves. So they probably didn't even believe in themselves at first. See? So that's the thing, like sometimes you gotta be careful when you're a Pisces because it's almost like you being a porcupine, or you might be a hedgehog and have spikes. And then all of a sudden, you just naturally end up hurting somebody and you ain't even try. You weren't even trying to do that, see? Because you're around them 24/7, you pick up on so much about a person that you might find it funny to actually, you might be playing with it. Like you could be playing with that type of energy and not even know it. And then you can totally embarrass that person because you will pick up on a phrase that they say, or you might repeat something that you heard them say. And all of a sudden people might be like, why you like, you using my words, my little slogans against me, or you saying it in a funny way, like, like you looking down on me or something. So it's like sometimes like you just gotta be careful because when you're a Pisces, sometimes you just don't really think like the way other people see you. Like even if you don't give a damn what they think about you, sometimes you just like had that effect on people to where you be having to step out because you be like, the illusion, like, that illusion outweighs a facade, and that like people only gonna show you what they want you to see. And then all of a sudden, once you get to know them, it's like once you get to know them a little, when you get to know them better, then it's almost like that person start feeling like, oh, they gotta run from you, or now you know too much about them. See, to where it's like, because I'm gonna tell you, when you use empathy is going to hold that person. See, it's going to, will them back to you. It's almost like the empathy controls a person. See, keeps them attached to you. So no matter what you do of trying to get away from them, they will always follow you. They will always be looking for you. They always want to be by you. So that's why I said you can't get an empathy to everybody, because people will become addicted to it and try to take advantage of it. See, that's just like if you go to the doctor and not only will they, take care of you or treat you, but then you get a free baked potato and a steak, a T-bone steak. And it's like, if you're going to get that T-bone steak with them potatoes, then people will start going to the doctor more just because they want to take advantage of that deal. See, that's how Pisces are to other people. They see us as dispensable in a way where it's like, oh, I could just go over there to that Pisces house, get some free empathy, get a hot bath and a cold, cold drink, or hey, a cold beer, or I could get a hot meal, and they just come for them little things that they receive, that the Pisces already, you know, it already comes with the Pisces. Just being near one, hanging with one, knowing one, talking to one, you know. Now, getting to the next one. Y'all know I'm the Yap Master, fam, so don't be surprised. Like, you know, I actually looked at it as a competition with me and the old lady with the cataracts. She literally thought she was talking my ear off, and I said, nah, you can't talk my ear off. I'm gonna talk your ear off. Like, so it's like, you know, even if you're listening to someone speak, you can still, I'm telling y'all too much, man. I'm like telling y'all the sauce and giving y'all all the gems. Cause even if you listening to somebody, you could still out listen somebody that feels like that they are out talking you or talking your ear off. Your gaze and your listening is absorption. See, I can listen so long that you get all your words out, and all of a sudden you become exhausted. And I'm chilling. I might be sweating because I'm focusing, but because I'm pulling so much energy out of you, I'm wearing you down. See, I'm wearing you down because you didn't talk yourself out. See, that's just like if two boxers is boxing and punching, you can outbox somebody, or you can get so damn tired you can't swing no more. See that? Yeah, Annette, you say you're a Sag and everywhere you go people are attacking you. Why is that? Yeah, see, that's what I said. Now, Sag World, if you in the chat, look at what Annette just said. She said, I'm a Sagittarius. Everywhere I go, these people are attacking me, and I am tired of it. Now, Sag World, now you know when I said that usually when I said a Sagittarius, somebody always comes and aid the Sagittarius when they get themselves into fights or, hey, any type of back and forth with others. All of a sudden they need somebody to rescue them. And a lot of times you do get help, Sag. Somebody will come out there and help you because of the Jupiter placement. You have luck on your side, so sometimes you get lucky with the help that you get. See, not everybody gets that help when they're in trouble. Let me see. But yeah, so another thing is okay, the next thing is the fact that Pisces admires Aries' confidence. See, because she stands on, like I say, she's always confident about life situations, endeavors, plans, and you seldomly see her, unconfident. Now, another thing is when it comes to Aries, they balance masculine and feminine energies. So that's another thing that's good about both of them. When it comes to the next one, you guys, man, this down. I didn't hear. Yeah. Okay, when it comes to the next one, is the fact that because of the whole emotional aspects of things, so the great emotional bond that they have, it leads to the physical chemistry. The more emotions that are exchanged between an Aries woman and a Pisces man means that you guys will get in the bed together. See that? Get it on. Get the cheeks. Get that, you gonna get that patty cake, man, beggar's man, So it's like, yeah, you end up getting them cheeks because that's the thing. Aries needs that. Aries needs you to care. Aries needs that attachment. They need that bonding because oftentimes when she doesn't have those emotions ready, like coming from someone that she confides in, then that's when she starts to like that's when she starts to explode, see? But when she gets that emotion, you know, the whole emotional bonding from a Pisces, that's going to put her in a mood that she's going to be wanting to do something, because she has to do something to use those emotions that she gets from Pisces. So it explodes into a whole passionate situation. If that makes sense. That's why she was telling me she wanted to wrestle, because she started feeling that those emotions that Pisces, you know, it's like putting, because what it is for the feel like is a Pisces will comfort a Aries and, like, you know, tuck her in, give her a coat, you know. That's what the emotions feel like. It's like, oh, the emotions feel like, oh, you could just walk around the house with your, you know, your house shoes, you know, put on a little something, you know, sexy or nice. And all of a sudden, the Aries eats all of that empathy and all that stuff up to where she wants that from Pisces 24/7. See? So it's like and then I'm gonna tell you, if she ain't gonna want you like doing nothing with nobody else but her. Now that is the only thing that could be a problem, because Aries is okay. It's someone that's already energized, like an energized bunny. She's already energized, so she'll never get tired. See? And the problem is Pisces gets tired. So when you are dealing with an Aries, that can feel like a job. See? Because, you know, as a job gets hot and, you know, you want to take your coat off, go sit down, go get a Gatorade, go get a drink. It can make a Pisces, you know, can make a Pisces take naps, take breaks. So you might feel like, damn, you know, things that heated up. And then all of a sudden, you know, you might be like, damn, I'm finna go take a break, go for a walk, because this is very intense. It's because of the Mars energy that you're feeling, see? And you ain't ready for that type of radiation. You ain't ready for that type of energy. So Pisces is more of a calm energy. So when you start picking up on her energy and you start to, you know, go along with it, you could burn yourself out to where even if you guys are having so much fun, you could just, like, you know, as they said, you know, a person outbox you. Next thing you know, you're too tired to throw another punch. You're too tired to, you know, have a little more fun. It's like you done burnt yourself out for the day. So that's the thing where Aries has the ego of a child. So that's why they're able to do a whole lot without getting tired. But you be hanging with them, it's like, okay, I'm done, man. We done did it 3 times today, and I need to go sit down. I'm finna go like do something else, because I ain't finna sit here and be doing all this type shit all day. But Aries wants that. They're clingy to where they like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. So you gotta be careful, because like sometimes on the dark side of Aries is like BDSM, and like, you know, you got to be careful, because like if you have to have, okay, so you have to show her the boundary and say, okay, we're going to kick it for 3 hours. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to branch off and I'm going to go do something else do something else. And then I'm going to come back to you. You always let her know you're going to come back. Like, hey, I'll be right back. See, as long as you come, because she going to wait for you. And if your ass don't come back, she gonna come looking for you. That's the good thing about Aries, is she ain't gonna just cheat on you off of assumptions and shit. She's gonna find out what you're doing. If you don't come back, she's gonna talk to you about it. You said you was coming back at this time, because why? She hates liars. See? So you gotta just keep it 100 with her and just say, babe, I need a break. I'm tired. Even if you feel vulnerable saying it, just say it, fam. Let her know where you coming from. Be direct. Don't beat around the bush, or like say like, oh, can we do this tomorrow? You know, don't do that shit, because that shit gonna she gonna see through it, because fire burns through reality. So she gonna know that you bullshitting first off, and then because you didn't keep it real, she gonna start looking at you as being like soft. See? So if you get like you have to show masculinity. You have to be like masculine. You can't do nothing feminine, do nothing that's gonna make you look bad, make you look soft. Because but one thing by not being direct is gonna make you look soft. So just keep it straightforward with her, like boom. Like, and it helps to have fire in your chart, because if you have fire in your chart, she's gonna realize it, whether you want it to happen or not. She's gonna know, like, oh, whether she's too much for you. See, like if you a crybaby, if let's say you got more water in your chart, let's say you a little bit more emotional than, masculine, she might run circles around you. I ain't gonna lie, because she will, like, she could be rough, to where, like I said, she likes wrestling. But sometimes you gotta be careful, because if she puts her foot on your neck and then she start talking to you in such a way that makes you look like, if you don't stand up for yourself, or you just let her talk to you like that, she could get into a bully like type of situation with you. And then if you tolerate it, then she could do the whole role reversal on you, to where she's telling you to bend over. See? So you got to be careful, like with certain type of areas that can challenge you on 10. See? And they're challenging you to see how strong you are. See? Because of the competitiveness that they have and the ego. So they will challenge you to see just how strong you are, because that's what she's going off of. She's going off of on if you're going to be able to last with her. See? Keep up the pace. So the good thing is that she keeps you always active. She keeps you up on your feet. She keeps you going. See? Not on the couch. You ain't going to be able to sit on the couch, watch, and be lazy when you're dealing with her, because she likes to do stuff. She wants to go do stuff together. Hold on, man. This is crazy. She wants to go do stuff together. She doesn't want to stay in the house all day. She might be the type of woman that don't want to have no kids, because that might take away her free time. She could be selfish in a way where she, doesn't want kids because she wants to, focus on herself and her own life and what she has going on. She may be afraid that might interfere with, her, let's say her activities or things she like to do, get her, I say related to, having fun. Now, when it comes to Pisces forgives, Aries lets go quickly. See? And that's because Pisces forgives. That's the benefit for Aries, is that she will let things go quickly. See? So that'll keep her from like holding grudges against you once she sees that, oh, he ain't messed up about what happened, so she'll just let it go. That's why I said that's good for Pisces, because most of the time it's the opposite. Even if a Pisces forgives, most signs, they still don't let it go. See? But with Aries is like, it's like a teammate. Like Aries is more like, she matches, because she has so much energy already. She matches the same energy Pisces gives, if that makes sense. So it's like, she's always going to go off of what he wants to do. See? So if you want to be like passive, then she's not going to be, she's going to be like demanding of you, demanding of an answer from you, to where she knows how to piss you off. She's going to get to the bottom of whatever it is that you're doing. Like, she ain't going to just be quiet and go sit off to the corner of the side or ignore you like that. She's going to like literally, like, if you say something to her, let's say you call her, whatever, she ain't the type to just take it and just like, you know what I'm saying? She's not soft like that. She's not the type of woman that's going to let some shit slide. She really going to like turn up and cuss you out. If you cuss at her, she going to cuss you out type of thing. Now, another thing is, Aries, Aries leads, and that also leads to Pisces being supportive. Now, the next thing is that Pisces, it matches, and that leads to Aries, executing. So she can get things done, especially when you start coming up with, you start imagining different creative type of endeavors, and then she'll take action on it. See, she ain't the type of person that just hears you talk, tries to be dismissive of you, unless she doesn't like you. See, but you will know that instantly. Now, another thing is Aries. Now, this is so good, and this is so, see, the very good traits that I mentioned, it gives a Pisces such a relief. Like, damn, I'm so glad you're not like the others. Like, because it's like, to me, it's like you will be so thankful and so happy, Pisces, when you realize that she understands you like no other sign. See, it's like, but the next one I'm gonna mention is that both you and the Aries are intuitive. Now that's powerful. So that means if both of you guys get together, you would be considered a power couple, if that makes sense. Now, yes, you could be 14 years be an Aries woman with a Pisces man in marriage. It works, trust me. Now, it's not perfect. Yes, you gotta, work on things, but as I mentioned, if you remain the same and don't switch up, Pisces, you definitely have a good relationship, friendship, or marriage. It could work. Now, like I said, both of you are intuitive, and you intuitively feel each other moods. So she knows when you're like in that mood where you don't want to be bothered. And then her behavior, it complements your mood to where she gives you space. You don't have to say, oh, I need space, man. Like, you all in my face. And see how Pisces, because Pisces, if they feel cornered and they feel like you're trying to trap them, they will respond like that. But you don't have to do that with Aries, because she knows, she's got her mind that she thinks everything through first. So it's like she knows how you feel. She ain't gonna take it personal, and she'll just go do her own little independent thing for the day, or go and give you that space that you want. Now, here's the hard part, but these are also misunderstandings at the same time. Okay. Aries talks loud. So she may sound like she's pissed, upset with you, but don't read into it. Because this can make a Pisces feel like they're being yelled at. See? And that could just be how she speaks. So that's one misunderstanding. So I know a lot of Pisces gonna be like, don't be yelling at me. Don't be yelling. And it's like, as soon as you do that, she gonna be like, I ain't yelling at your motherfucking ass. Like, it's like, if you do something, she's gonna copy you. That's what it feels like. See? So if you accuse her of something, she's gonna challenge you. That's how you gotta see it. Like, it's just like a kid. A kid does the same thing. If you guys out there, parents, if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not a parent, but I've seen this happen. Like, if you tell a kid to, like, you get emotional with a kid, they're gonna do it back. They're gonna challenge you. See? So the thing about it, just don't read into it. Just be like, oh, that's just how she talk, and everything will be good. Now, the next thing is that this is powerful, and it's a misunderstanding. Pisces goes quiet. See, silence is like a Pisces best friend, in other words. This is just something they do. And that don't mean nothing. Don't read into it, y'all. If you're an Aries woman or any other sign, do not read into Pisces going quiet. Yes, they go extremely quiet. See? Because we institutionalize over here. Now, when it comes to a Pisces going quiet, this is going to make a Aries think that something is wrong. That's why that's why your intuition will tell you to explain yourself. Because listen, your intuition will say, tell her when you go quiet, don't read into it. Because your intuition knows, Aries, because you resemble the 11 signs, the 12 signs, all signs. You resemble it, so you could feel how she gonna feel when you do go quiet. Because it's what you can't see. Because Pisces is like a scientist that feels like you would do something different if we step away from it. Imagine a person is acting one way. We want to see if you're going to still be the same if we dip out and go to the store and get some milk. We want to see if when we come back, are you the same as you were before I left to get that milk? See? Because some people forget like that they was putting an act on. See? Because illusion always outweighs a facade. So Pisces can give the illusion that, oh, I was sold on the way you perform. But hey, when I leave and go get that milk, when I come back, are you the same actor that I saw or fell in love with? Because if I see something different, you better not let me see something different. See? Because then a Pisces gonna watch you do that shape shifting and all that back and forth shit. And the Pisces gonna wait until they catch you lying, doing something that's not authentic, see, and bust you out on it. Now, the thing about it, Aries acts fast, see. There's no, let's think this through. Aries thinks fast, so if they go into a restaurant together, Aries already know where they finna sit, whether they feel like, hey, they're gonna eat at the restaurant, they're gonna eat in the car, they're gonna eat at home. She already got everything planned out, which is good. See? So she might go in the restaurant and say, oh, we ain't eating here. The service is shitty. The tables is dirty. She picks up on everything that a Pisces would be like, hey, man, I don't want to eat here. So she gets, the difference is when her intuition moves like this. It's quick. So soon as she feels something, she's already over it, done with it, boom. And you being with her, she gonna put you on to where you don't have to ask Pisces anything. I bet you want to eat here. She already on, like, hell no. See? And it's like you ain't even got to worry about her like tricking you or putting you into a box, you know, or putting you into a bad situation. Now, when it comes to the difference is Aries acts fast and Pisces needs time, see? Because the intuition with us, we need time to actually, you know, because the thing about it, Pisces can get distracted to where they see the truth in something, but then they could be slow to respond to the intuition. Where Aries acts on it, boom, they already gone, taking off on it. They don't need to sit there and take time out to actually think it through and all that, wait and all that. But like Pisces has to. Now, the thing about it, Pisces overthinks, whereas Aries, they get impatient. That's the difference. So she's ready to go. Just go. Even if you don't really know what's going to happen, you don't have the shit planned out for the day. If she says, you know, babe, I'm ready, let's go, just be ready to go. See? Because if you wait, she going to get irritated. See? She's very impatient. Most fire signs are impatient. Leo's impatient and also Sag. Now, the next thing is Aries is confrontational. So she's not the type to back down from anything or anyone or any situation or environment, doesn't matter. She's not going to back down. Pisces avoids conflict. See? So that's going to be a misunderstanding because when you know, Pisces, that you're doing something that you don't want to like rock the boat because your intuition says so, or your intuition tells you that, hey, it's not a pool of water that's going to catch you if you make this decision. It could hurt you. It could hurt your career. It could hurt your future, your kids, whatever. Pisces, that's the reason why Pisces waits to hear from the intuition to know what to do next. Now, with Aries, no, they're gonna confront whether or not, they don't give a damn if it's gonna land them in jail. The kids don't have don't have the support because the mother got locked up and hey, she lost her job, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, right? So Aries is confrontational. Now, Pisces just avoids it. So that can be a misunderstanding in the hard part with them, because if an Aries say something to you that was like to test you, and you don't want to, you don't want to conflict, or you don't want to, she may assume that you're soft, see? And she doesn't see that the fact that you listening to your intuition. She's not a mind, yeah. Her mind thinks, but she's not a mind reader to assume that hey, you were listening to your intuition. You have to tell her, you have to communicate and say, babe, and tell the Aries that, hey, my intuition told me, no, I ain't feel comfortable with doing that. Boom. But if you hold it on, if you keep a secret about it and try to hide the fact that you talk to your intuition about something, she would assume that you're soft. You see what I'm saying? Because she's all about the physical reality of the whole situation. She doesn't see that you are mystical, and that you hone in from within, and the intuition and you hearing from it is sacred, and that is spiritual. You have to teach her the spirituality of life. See that? And that is what you can't see. Now, which leads to the next thing. Pisces gets emotional, right? And also Aries gets logical. So when things get heated up, Pisces gets emotional. And then when things get heated up for Aries, they get logical. See that? That creates the misunderstanding that could actually be a problem. It could be it's considered the hard parts now. So sometimes Pisces, when they get emotional, they might not want to talk. Then Pisces might say, I'm done talking. I ain't finna listen to this shit. That'd be a Pisces getting emotional, right? Then all of a sudden the Aries get logical. They might say something like, but what you mean you done talking about it? See how the challenge, like, to where you can't go to that, like, it's as much as it may feel safe, Pisces, or comfortable for you. If you want to make that relationship last with Aries, you have to communicate and say, you know what, if you're gonna be acting like this, then we probably shouldn't talk about this, because you're gonna get mad and I'm gonna get mad. Just communicate, because if you try to shut down or react emotionally, she's gonna keep challenging you. She's a ram. She's gonna keep headbutting you to try to get her point across based on your reaction. It's like, oh, you don't want to talk? What you mean you done talking? Because she's not gonna stop. She's gonna keep ramming you, like, just keep coming back with stuff, just coming, and it's like you're gonna get flustered, and she gonna piss you off. See, to where once she piss you off, now y'all just gonna be like, it's like an explosion just happens, because when you add water and fire, it creates steam. See? Now, the next thing is the fact Aries wants clarity. This is why they keep ramming you like that. And like I say, Pisces struggles to explain feelings. See? Because once they get emotional, they realize that, damn, this is how I feel, but I don't want you to know how I feel. See, I don't want you to know how I really feel, because we don't trust you there at that moment. We don't trust people with our feelings, or knowing our feelings of which we feel, because it's what you can't see. And if you try to trap or pin down a Pisces based off on how they feel, what do you think is going to happen? That's why you can't do that, because a Pisces knows just when to shift and go into that other. Hey, let the other fish take the wheel. See? So it's like a Pisces would rather go down. Hey, a Pisces would rather let the other fish tag me in. Tag the other fish in, and the other fish get in. And it's like, now you're gonna get confused, because now you like, damn, that's not the same person I know. So you're not going to really recognize that the difference in, you know, between the two fish. This is what you can't see. Now, the next thing is Pisces hints. See, this is why I said you have to be direct, Pisces, when you deal with Aries. You can't hint around, beat around the bush, or, you know, expect her to actually grasp what you're hinting onto, because she's not going to understand you. See, and by you doing so, it's going to make you look soft, because she wants you to just be a man and just say it. Like, you don't want to be bothered with her today. She wants you to just say it. Like, you know, but also Pisces, be intuitive enough to have tact when you do so. Don't just be like, yo, I don't want to talk to you today. Don't just say it like that. Just be like, you know, today ain't a good day. I'm just not in the mood to really be talking to nobody today. But it ain't got nothing to do with you. But I just don't feel like talking to nobody. You got to tell her that, because by you telling her, then she knows what to take action on. Like, okay, well, I give you, because she's going to think of a better, by you doing that, it's going to give her a better idea or plan to basically benefit the both of you. See, so it helps the situation, not hurt the situation, because Aries is big on communication. Now, they like to get to the bottom of things, and they don't like to, you know, not really have, you know, they don't want to have like no information to go off of to how they handle a situation. So, you know, you don't want that to turn into an explosion, because they get pissed quick. So as soon as they realize there's something wrong and they don't understand why, you don't want them to respond in a way that's using anger as energy. See, because anger is, okay, put it like this. It's not the point. It's not for you to fear the anger. What it is that once the person becomes angry, it's uncontrolled energy. See, it's uncontrolled energy. So they can misuse it without even, you know, trying to. And remember, I said, once you let the cat out of the bag, you cannot put that cat back in the bag, bro. You already moved wrong. You already showed your true colors. You already showed like your discontent with that person. See, so if you don't want to ruin the relationship or the friendship, don't blow up on the person that you are. All you're going to end up saying is sorry, and it ain't going to mean shit, because that's not what you did. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that a person be, you know, unforgive you. It's that they don't trust you anymore. See, they don't trust you anymore as a friend or whatever you guys had together, because all that shit took time and energy. So Pisces doesn't want to waste time. See, because you could be, not to be arrogant or saying it in such a way of boastful or bragging, but Pisces sees you as replaceable. See, or I can just go I could take the same energy that I once gave you and go make a new friend. You know, I would rather deal with a whole new person than to go back to something that didn't work the first time. See, now when it comes to next thing is the fact that when Pisces hints, Aries needs direct words. She needs you to be direct with your words, not hinting. See, and you know, Pisces, like, we're all guilty of it. Because sometimes we don't really want to say what we want to say, because we don't want to hurt your feelings. So sometimes our words, they skip and then they hide. See, it's like a Pisces will be about to say something and then have a mid-sentence change of mind, change of direction, to where we can talk and then it sounds like we, you know, the Riddler or Batman or something. It's like we give you a clue. And it's like we might just say a phrase, or we might say like we might just say, you know what, you got it, big bro, you got it. We might just say, you know, okay, yeah, whatever, you know, just something like, you know, and it's like we're not really saying what we want to, we're not really saying how we feel. We're just saying, we're just basically just putting out stuff, just putting out something, but it really doesn't say anything. So it's like, it confuses people because they're like, wait a minute, you're basically throwing a fit, but you ain't telling me why, you know? So it's like, or you might just be, you might just be sarcastic about whatever it is that how you really feel. Now, the next one is that Aries can be blunt. Yes, very blunt. Now, the problem is Pisces can get hurt by the very thing that Aries says, because she could, okay, so she could point out something about you that she knows, and like I say, she's not gonna hold back, because because Aries is more like the starting of a war. When they get pissed, it's like the start of a war. So it's like, what do you think she's gonna do? You think she's gonna just sit there and, you know, no, she's gonna sit there and start, you know, throwing bombs, throwing everything at you, just to, you know, at that moment, it's a fight. It lets you know that, hey, I'm coming for you. So if you or like Dr. Strange as a Pisces, you start drawing illusions. When she started throwing bombs and you start drawing illusions, and next you know, she can't deflect when you start drawing the illusions, because now those illusions are traps, see? And once you go through that portal, that illusion, you're never going to come back out the same. See, that's why I say it's not beneficial when a Pisces dissolves all boundaries, because when the Pisces dissolves all boundaries, Pisces gives you the illusion that you're safe emotionally, and you're not. See? So Pisces can make you feel like, oh, you need to hang on to something, and that, hey, your feet are planted on dry ground, and it ain't even like that. Like, you don't have no defense towards or way out of the illusion, because Pisces set that trap on purpose to dissolve you, see? To dissolve the whole situation. So that's why the relationship, it ends right when the Pisces draws the illusion. It's cold-blooded. Because a Pisces can be your best friend and love you to death. Give you everything that your heart desires. And then that can be an illusion, right? Only to find out the next day the Pisces let you drown. It didn't save you. See? Just off something you said. So if a Pisces, especially if you hurt a Pisces in such a way, yeah, definitely a Pisces will dissolve all boundaries. See? It's like the arena changes. It's like the environment changes as the Pisces changes, goes from empathy and compassion to I don't give a fuck about you. So at that moment glance, when a Pisces says, you know what, I'm dissolving all boundaries, I don't give a damn about this person, that's when the arena changes. The dry ground turns into what? An emptiness. So at that moment glance, the very thing the person is trying to do, they're trying to save the relationship. But Pisces is already done. See? So at that moment glance, you could say saving words. You could be direct with saving words, like, hey, let's talk about this. Let's, let's cool down. What happened? And the Pisces is done because you hurt them. And the Pisces doesn't take the hurt lightly, because Pisces feels that you already felt like that. See, it was a secret and it finally came out, and Pisces knows like the difference that love with evil intentions is not love, fam. That's going to always lead to a betrayal. And the Pisces is like, you know what? You wasting my time. I don't play with my time. So I'm definitely not going to play with somebody that ruined my time, wasted it. So that's what a Pisces just be like, I'm done. And then all of a sudden they don't care about you no more. and then ain't nothing you could do to get them back, to get back how you guys once was. See, now when it comes to Pisces can seem distant, but that's the illusion, okay? And Aries feels rejected when Pisces goes distant, okay? But remember, the Aries does not see a Pisces illusions. That's why you have to be direct with words. See, she doesn't even know that you're setting those illusions, that you're drawing them when you are. Because why? She's passionate. So that means that she loves you, and she's trying to focus on that, the emotional bonding that you guys have. So as soon as she realizes that everything that you were doing was not that way, and it was an illusion, she's gonna write you off as narcissistic, manipulative, and be done with your ass immediately. Because she's gonna say, oh, this mother effer tricked me. Like, oh, I thought we was in a, I thought we were engaged, like you said, Pisces. And now you're sitting here, showing me that you don't really feel like that. See? Because you're not direct with your words. So the illusion, she doesn't see it, but she feels it. See? And she knows logically that, oh, you're not what you say you are. Like, this ain't really the real deal. See? So she could be quick to end it, and she's petty enough to give you all the shit that you gave her while you guys were in a relationship together. So she might take off that thong that you got her for her birthday and say, you know what? I'm done with you, and hey, this thong that you got me for Christmas for my 25th, take it. She'll, whether they're clean or not, she'll say, yep, you can have these back. That $2,500 for my college, college program that you paid for. The cash? I'm cash app you this back. She's petty enough to give you all that shit back and leave. She's not gonna cheat on you though. She seldomly cheats on you unless you did it to her. But what she'll do is she'll break it off with you instead of betraying you, which is good. So another thing is the real danger, as those things I mentioned were just misunderstandings between the two. The real danger, if you don't check it in, it's gonna check out. And the real danger is Aries steamrolls Pisces. And you know what you guys know what a steamroller is. I hope you do. That's where somebody walks all over you, steamrolls you out, flattens your ass. So she definitely can steamroll you if you let her. Remember I said, who do you think invented BDSM, right? I believe it was Aries. I don't have proof, but I believe it was Aries, okay? Because she's the type of person that could wear those spike boots with the, drive a Harley and really ride that motherfucker like a damn, you know what I'm saying, biker. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she probably, she'll ride that mug like she was in a biker club. She could have the boots that's like the spikes on them. Just, the chains and, the different piercings, everywhere. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. That's just the type of, like, she's very, she's very, how could I say it, daring. And, she has the different type of things that she's not afraid of because she has the ego of a child. So she believes that she could do anything that she put her mind to. Now, next thing is, the real danger is the fact that Pisces shuts down and then ghosts, see? Because then it gives no closure because a Pisces already ended the cycle. So that's like a Pisces, when they end the cycle, it doesn't require any closure, because it's like once they end it, it's already dissolved already. They can't go back in time and change anything and say, oh yeah, it's okay, let's tell this person what was going down. No. See, Pisces is the type of person that leaves a situation like an alien. They go back into their you know, spacecraft, and they take off. Then next thing, you cannot find that Pisces ever again. You don't know where they went to. They might be, you know, in Jamaica. They might be way across the damn, you know, other side of the earth. You never will find them again. Once they're done, they ended the cycle. They're unreachable at that moment glance. Spaceship was what I was trying to, not space boat, whatever I said, space bod. I meant to say spaceship. Now, the next thing is the fact that the real danger here is that Aries gets frustrated. See, remember I said they're quick to get pissed? They're quick to get frustrated. Especially Pisces, when you say nothing, you go silent, because it feels like an institution. It feels like jail. It feels like a prison sentence. So just be direct. Now, Pisces becomes passive aggressive. See, remember I said Aries steamrolls Pisces, and Aries becomes passive aggressive. So you can only imagine how a person is not really telling you why they're mad at you in the first place. They didn't even give you the fair chance of telling you that they were upset with you. They should start wreaking havoc on your ass. You see, behaving differently, and you would notice the difference, Pisces. Now, the next danger is the fact that Aries becomes controlling. See, so this is why I said if you tolerate it, this would be like her telling you to bend over. See, taking the strap on. So you gotta be careful, because she could literally, what they call that, usurp your manhood. That's probably the word to say. She could definitely usurp the authority of you, and that by, you know, she could cut you off. She could cut you off mid-sentence, or be the type of person to interrupt, to cut you off while you're talking. So you have to be like, you have to override, and hey, once you see her do that, you have to let her know, hey, I'm not done talking, and you're being rude right now. I'm still talking. Hold on, wait. I let you talk. Now it's my turn. You got to show your balls. You have to show your masculinity, and you cannot pipe down. You can't get too comfortable with Aries in this sense, because she thinks logically. She thinks. So could you imagine if someone thinks that you're soft when you're not, based off the way you respond? Because that's the way she goes about life. She's like, oh, you can stand up for yourself when when that guy asks for my number. You just assume that, oh, why you talking to him? Bro, you don't want to get caught up in something like that. You gotta stand your ground. Hey, it leads to a fight, because in her eyes, she's gonna think of you different. Because when she get in the car, she's gonna say, oh, he didn't even stand up for me. He ain't even like try to stop dude. He ain't say nothing. As soon as she writes you off as being soft, she gonna start bossing you around. Then she gonna start trying to do stuff to you, because she gonna think you like that. Now, remember, whatever you show her, whatever you communicate with her, because if you say nothing at all, you're still communicating. She's still gonna think you soft if you don't say it. You don't stand up for yourself. Because what does she do? She only relaxes when she sees that you're confident, like her. When she sees that you're confident, all that tough, tough type of personality, all that that rah-rah, it sizzles out, because you're a water sign. But she needs to see it, because she needs to know that, oh, you really are the one for her. Because if she feels that she's too powerful, or she feels like she's too rough for you, she's going to leave you. Because she would rather leave than sit there and, be in a situation where she knows that, oh, you ain't gonna man up, or a situation like that. So just know with her, you just have to be direct with communication, even if it's related to your emotions. You have to show her and remind her that she has a meaningful spot in your life to know those things, if that makes sense, for healthy purposes. Now, the next thing is Pisces can become withdrawn. Okay, as I mentioned, things could get overstimulated, get overheated, and it could, even if it's a good thing. Let's say you guys, she's very passionate and confident in the bedroom, so that's why I said be careful as a Pisces. Don't go along with nothing that doesn't feel right, doesn't, if it's something that's especially that'll challenge your manhood, do not do it. Do not do it, because the Aries is very, very confident at trying different things. And some of the things that she may be trying, she could be testing you. See, she might ask you if you like your I can't say the words on here, but she might ask you something that's on some Diddy type stuff, like, and if you let her do that, bro, she's gonna look at you differently, and she's gonna start initiating stuff that you'd allowed her to do. As I mentioned, she thinks fast, and she'll surprise you and do something that you didn't even expect, because she already gauged you for something that she may have noticed differently about you. See, so she might say, oh, can I peg you? And then it's like, what? But because you've been letting her do all this Diddy type energy, you've been letting her get you on your back and have your legs up, doing like kind of girly type positions, thinking y'all was doing some freaky stuff. No, she would literally be like the type of person that can literally challenge you with your manhood. So you have to tell her no, don't come at me like that. Early on, communicate that. Now, the next thing is like I said, Pisces can become withdrawn because Pisces can get overwhelmed, because Pisces gets burnt out. See, now, because Aries wants to be around, she wants to be attached, clingy. She could be clingy. She want to be around Pisces more often. See, because of Pisces empathy. But Pisces needs that break, because Pisces is like what? A smartphone. It needs to get charged every time, it gets low on battery. Now, sometimes Aries doesn't understand that about Pisces nature, is that, hey, I need to be charged. I need to be, 100% back at 100%, so I could be, fluid with you. But if you tell her that, she's gonna take it as rejection. So you have to be like, I'm gonna go to sleep, or hey, I'm tired, I'm finna go lay down, let her know what you're doing, in other words. And I know, Pisces, you don't like doing that. I know it's kind of like, you may feel like, I don't want to tell her if I'm leaving the house. I don't have to tell her that, but then she's gonna behave differently, and you're gonna be like, damn, I see why Real told me to let her know what I'm doing. Because if you go into the store, just say, I'm going to the store. If you say, hey, I'm about to go, play the game or go do something, just let her know. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, she's going to get frustrated. See, and you start questioning you, and that could lead to an argument. Now, because she likes arguments, she likes that argumentative type of back and forth, because she's full of energy. So it's like, when she's, even if, because she got to understand, she loves emotions. She loves emotionally bonding with others. So that makes her bond with you when she's arguing with you. She gets off on it. See? So if you say if you say something and then all of a sudden you notice an argument has started, she doesn't stop. See? Because it's fun to her. It's like, oh, now she's getting she's working her energy, and it's like, oh, it's just fun, so that a good debate Just know it's playful. Don't read into it, Pisces, like, oh man, she's arguing with me, yelling and stuff. That's just her, like, that's just her thing. That's just what she does. It's just like a stimulation. Now, another thing is you can reinforce her behavior. So if you see that she wants to be real rough with you and wants to wrestle and do stuff, you could redirect that that whole bundled up of emotions that she feels, because when she feels all that emotion like that and she starts feeling soft, then she wants to do something like wrestle with you to feel like, of strength, of powerful dominance, or feeling like, oh, that she's not soft. So what you want to do is redirect it to the bedroom, see? And then if you sleep with her, you know what I'm saying, y'all both doing y'all thing, then all of a sudden you're going to release all those serotonin and all that dopamine, and release all that build up. That's how you want to do it. Because if you don't do that, if you're afraid, intimidated by her, and you scared to like initiate, let's go to the bedroom, because she ain't gonna just go to the bedroom, and she's not the type of person that be like, oh, let's go to the bedroom. You have to communicate. You have to be direct. She ain't not gonna just do it, go in there and just like, yeah. You gotta be like, yo, let's do, we about to do this. Boom. See, she'll go along with it, but you have to lead. You cannot let her lead the situation. If you make her feel like she's in control of you two and how and when and why and when it happens and when it doesn't, then that's when she's gonna think she can peg you too. See? So that's why you don't want to give her no type of thought that that's what it is, because I'm telling you, fam, like, you're gonna end up, hey, you got to be careful, because she's very, very gutsy like that. Now, the next thing is the next great danger, the real danger, is that Aries loses trust very, very quickly, especially when you can't be direct. Now, another thing is Pisces loses emotional safety, okay? As you start realizing that could be the main cause why you want to withdraw, because you become emotionally, that you feel like you start feeling soft, you start feeling weak by her energy, because she's very daring, to where she's the type of person that she could be. Could you imagine? I'm gonna give you guys an example. Happy New Year, Locked Up, and everyone that just came in. So like, she could be the type of person that she could be a stripper, right? And literally, you could be just laid back Pisces, and all of a sudden, like, she could literally get into that mode where she goes in the bathroom, she changes her clothes, she didn't tell you, come out the bathroom, have on like, bra and, the little outfit, little strip outfits. And she literally, if you guys have a pole in the house somewhere or wherever, the bedroom, she'll literally get on that mud, play some music, and get to doing her thing. But all of this because she won't always tell you that she's about to go change. She tries to surprise you. But if you the type of man that's like, you get emotionally unsafe, or you might start feeling like kind of like froze, or, scared, nervous, whatever, or just shocked, man, you ain't gonna be ready for no Aries at that point, because she was, like I say, you ain't gonna feel comfortable, Pisces, because she's a fire sign, bro. That's why you never gonna feel comfortable. Just like with Leo, you're not gonna feel comfortable because she's a fire sign. Sagittarius, the same thing, because you are not in your modality. That's why you will always feel, oh, I ain't emotionally safe. I don't feel it. I don't feel emotionally safe. So that's just why, because of modality, the energy behind it. But that's not for you to just, you just have to know she understands you. She feels where you're coming from, as long as you direct. That's it. It's not like, just don't think about, oh, if you feel uncomfortable, like, you know, emotionally in a situation, because you're dealing with fire sign. Now, next thing that could be a real danger is Aries can explode. Like, if you shake a soda and try to open it, you know how it explodes. That's kind of how Aries explodes. So it's like, you gotta be careful of you, like, when this happens, because they tend to let stuff build, you know, let that energy build up, and then bam, they just, you know, explode. So if there's something that you guys like need to talk about that you guys haven't, I would recommend that you do so. And that way, by you empathizing and communicating with your Aries, she will tell you what's on her mind. Because remember, she thinks logically about things. So if something's bothering her, she's gonna try to make a logical sense of it. So that would seldomly make her into a, you know, into that frustrated person, or, you know, just off the mere fact that you talk to her about things and you make it emotionally safe, Pisces, by empathizing, and then you end up absorbing it, you end up absorbing her energy to where that's why she'll feel comfortable enough to say, oh, this is bothering me, or hey, I don't really know what to do with this situation. By you helping her, that's like you taking 50% or 75% of that, of what she feels, to make her feel better. See, you lessen the load, and she gets healed off the situation because you tell her spiritually how to handle it instead of physically how to handle it. See, because she that's what it is. When she gets overwhelmed mentally like that, logically, that's what make her explode through her emotions. Because remember I said anger is her first go-to. So anger means when you fuel it with energy, that's like gasoline, right? When you light gasoline through your anger that's used as the fire, it's going to be an explosion. See, because you are not filtering what you're thinking about with the right filtering. See, so Pisces is almost like that filtering to Aries, you know, coffee. So it's like once she bounces things off to you, it's like now she start realizing that she might not actually be mad about anything. Could just be the way people were staring, looking, you know, little snide comments or anything. But Pisces may give her the type of, you know, answers that like, oh, I wouldn't worry about it, or hey, you wasn't wrong in this situation. And all of a sudden she feel better. See, and all of a sudden she realized that, oh, because her emotions, you can't ignore. See, Pisces has both. Pisces is emotional, has feelings, and can be logic, but only uses logic as it, you know, if it's required. But if it's not required, a Pisces just, you know, preserves it. So it's like, hey, I'll use the logic when I really have to, maybe in math class or something, but I'm not just going to use it 24/7. If you seldomly ignore your emotions and you try to rely fully on, you know, just logical, you know, the logical sense of things, and you lack those emotions because it's weaker because you don't use it, then you won't have filtering over your thoughts. So it'll be more likely for you to snap before you actually process how you know, those emotions in a healthy way, to know if you're, you know, to actually logically know how you feel about a situation. See, because some people get flustered emotionally because they don't understand of why they even feel what they feel. It's like they don't know how to calm down. See, so some people think they have to react when you don't, you know. Now, the next thing is okay, the next thing is Pisces disappears. So where Aries explodes, Pisces disappears. See, so Pisces disappears because of the absorption. See, so a Pisces doesn't want to take on something that they're not ready for. So if a Pisces sees that you're angry, a Pisces might say, what can I out, like, a Pisces may say to themselves, remember I said a Pisces is like a scientist. A Pisces may say, what am I going to do with all this anger, all this, this radiance? So how am I going to expose this to where if someone were to take a pin out of a grenade and throw it, and I catch it and I hold it for 5 seconds, it's going to be a problem. So a Pisces might say, well, how can I alchemize this or how do I diffuse the situation without getting myself hurt? So that's why a Pisces disappears, because if a Pisces sits there and catches the grenade, a Pisces can turn a Pisces could turn that grenade into a donut. It give the illusion that, oh, I took care of the situation, and it still blows up in your face. I know that sound crazy, but that's how Pisces can listen. That's how Pisces can literally shapeshift in the moment of a intense situation, and that bomb that you threw, it'll feel like a Pisces threw 10 bombs right back at you. Because a Pisces doesn't react. A Pisces gets manipulative about how can they, shut you up or shut you down without going toe to toe with you physically or logically. Pisces is a little bit more creative how to diffuse a situation, because like that's where a Pisces won't necessarily whoop their children or spare the rod when they do something bad. Sometimes a Pisces will institutionalize and tell that kid to go sit in the corner and look at the wall and just stand there for 15 minutes, or 10 minutes. And think about what you did. You lied or you did something wrong. Go sit in the corner. Puts that kid into a silence situation. And sometimes that silence, it feels like the worst thing you could do. And you didn't whoop them, but you had them go sit in the corner. And sometimes that sitting in the corner is actually teaches them that you being punished, like, hey, you being punished for what you said. And a lot of times kids, that silence is just as a kid would feel that silence, they get afraid, they get scared, like, damn, I can't see what's behind me, I don't hear nothing. Like, they don't know if you gonna you don't know if you gonna do something or like what's coming next. So that's why I said, like, when you be quiet, the enemy gets confused. The enemy doesn't know what to expect. So a Pisces, like, man, a Pisces would say, I don't want to hurt you. Let me leave, because if I stay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it's almost like a Pisces still ends up hurting you. So that's why I said a Pisces still draws the illusion without even trying. You end up getting yours shattered, though, because you probably assumed that Pisces was like gonna argue with you. But damn, the Pisces still hurt you because they never talk to you again. See? So a Pisces leaves because that cycle has ended. People don't understand how powerful this is. Pisces ends cycles. So a Pisces doesn't have to see that a Pisces doesn't have to see that the blood stopped. In other words, once your cycle ends, you automatically will see that, hey, that Pisces is gone. Now that I stopped bleeding, the Pisces is already on to the next thing. I ain't seen them since the cycle ended. See? And it happens on a certain day. See? And it's like, damn, every Friday, the Pisces just doesn't talk to me. Or hey, it'd be a situation where that could be the last Friday that Pisces talked to you. And then boom. Once they know, like, because a Pisces is not finna sit there and say, oh, announce it. See, you should have thought about that before you decided to pull a fast one. So there ain't no announcements or none of that with Pisces. It's just a cold, go stand in the corner, think about what you did. See? And sometimes I've seen, like, I seen this happen firsthand where the kid in the corner ends up collapsing because he just doesn't have the energy to sit in that silence anymore. So he cries and he hears his own self crying to make noise, because that silence is torture, man. Seriously, like, he cries, he wants to hear himself cry because shit, at least he can hear a noise than to hear silence. See? And he only cries because he's trying to get a reaction. See, from you as the parent. Like, come save me. Like, yeah, come get me, man. Come talk to me. Say something. Like, even if the dog come near him, shit, that's at least something to just feel like alive, you know, because you lose what? You use existence when a person ignores you. When a person puts you in a silent situation, you have nothing to hold on to because your boundaries have been dissolved. That's why Pisces reverse the silence as the weapon, because they're dissolving you. That's why I said that's the worst thing you could do or get that type of treatment from a Pisces is silence. Because that means they have dissolved all boundaries. You have no way to reach them anymore for help, to talk again, to get that empathy. It's not there anymore. It's over with. The Pisces tries to heal you to actually keep up the pace with them. See, once the empathy stops, that's like a Band-Aid. That's like a Band-Aid to you, because a Pisces will hurt you in such a way where if they don't build you up, you can only be torn down and then not be able to heal the same, because you never come back as the same. And if the cycle ends, then hey, something new has to be birthed. See? Now, how does a fire and water work? Okay, so I'm gonna show you all this modality situation. Fire equals action, okay, passion, movement. Now, water, what does that amount to? Water means emotion, intuition, and depth. See, now together, when you put a fire sign with the water sign, remember I said it's going to turn into what? Steam. That's the reaction. Now, it only turns to steam when that fire sign and water sign are unhealthy. See? So that means if it's not, put on dry grounds, not put in the right people's hands, and they both need to be healed, it's going to lead to steam. Now, so that's why a lot of people say, oh, fire and water sign won't work. Because yes, if it's unhealthy, it won't. It would just turn into steam. See, it'll be a draw. Now, if you take a healthy fire sign and a healthy water sign, this would amount to this would allow to healing. See, like when you sit in the sauna together, right? So when you sit in the sauna together, you will feel balanced. So it balances itself out. So it works when it's healthy. Now I just told you guys that yes, compatible when a fire sign is healthy and a water sign. So yes, it could work. Now, what you could do to make it work as an Aries woman, if you were a Pisces man, is slow your tone. See? Slow your tone, because why? A Pisces feels energy intensely. So a Pisces knows if you're reckless with the way that you say things, then that's when a Pisces knows, like, okay, they would know exactly what you're saying to them. They would know how you're saying it in such a way, whether or not you intended to not to, but you said it in such a way to where Pisces felt it. So it's not so much of you hurting the Pisces feelings, it's just that if the intent was the tone of your voice was loud, where you put more energy into your words, so you wanted to make that Pisces feel some type of way, you wouldn't have said it like that. See? Now, the next thing, Aries woman, what you could do to make it work is be gentle with your words. See? It's all about your approach. Now, The next thing Aries woman could do is give a Pisces man reassurance. See, that helps. Another thing you could do, Aries woman, is don't rush his decision making. Don't rush him. The next thing you could do, Aries woman, is show softness sometimes. You don't always have to be you know, a biker in a biker club. You don't have to always show that hard, tough, rough edge that you get, you know, from time to time. Now, Pisces man, what you could do to make it work is speak more clearly, because Aries hates guessing. She hates guessing games and any type of vagueness, you know, or indirectness. Now, another thing Pisces you could do to make it work is stop avoiding conflict, because you have to address things sometimes. And I would say most of the time you have to. Now, Pisces man, what you could do to make it work as well is be more assertive than passive. Another thing, Pisces man, you could do to make it work is don't shut down when she gets loud. See, let her pop her shit. Don't get bothered by it. Another thing you could do, Pisces man, to make it work is give her freedom. You don't have to hover around her or watch her like you may have to do with other zodiac signs, because she suffocates easily. So that's why it's better to let her, you know, breathe freely by giving her freedom. See, because she's already, you know, a hothead at times. Now, that's something to keep in mind. But what not to do, Aries woman, is do not dismiss his emotions. See, because he's a emotionally intelligent individual. Now, Aries woman, also do not belittle his dreams. See, because what he may have a dream in might be a big thing. So hey, if he wants to invent a better, you know, maybe a phone, hell, Steve Jobs, you know, he made it happen. So don't be trying to belittle him for having that type of dream or goal. Aries woman, what not to do, don't pressure him, and don't fight dirty. See, because she can actually get in that dirt with you and roll around in that mud like a pig. But and she didn't even gotta have pigtails. I'm not funny. I shouldn't even have said that. Just ignore that part, you guys. Yeah, so Pisces, what not to do, play victim. Do not play the victim, because that's gonna make it worse. Next thing, don't ghost. No, don't ghost. Just be upfront. Another thing to do, don't avoid reality. Even though you know you can walk through different doors and speak in different mirrors, no, do not avoid reality with her. Another thing not to do, Pisces, is don't let your anger build until you snap. See, because a lot of times that could backfire with Aries. Now, the quick thing, just some quick little things I'll give you guys is they don't know why do man, get hard for me to talk, bro. The next thing to do or to think about is this. This will help you understand the Aries better. Oh man, that's crazy, you guys. Now, Happy New Year, by the way, to anybody that just came in here. But when it comes to the next thing, okay, so the better way to understand Aries is such a way is like a spark, okay? And Pisces is the flame holder, see? So that's why they go together. Now, another thing is that Pisces feels, see? And Aries acts upon things. So that's a good thing. Because it's like a compliment, you know, put it like this, they complement each other. Next thing is Aries is like a physical bravery of a person. You know, they have they ain't scared of nothing, put it like that. or to try anything. Very confident in trying different things, and has a lot of energy to do so. Another thing, Pisces is emotionally brave. So Pisces ain't afraid to feel anything. You know, they're not afraid to feel pain, you know, different types of emotions. And the next live that I do, I'm gonna break down all the emotions and absorptions of every kind of emotion that people don't even know are emotions, how a Pisces absorbs them. See, so any type of emotion that anybody could ever feel or go through, a Pisces definitely is brave enough to actually experience that, just to know what it feels like, just to be able to teach someone like you and me how to understand it. See, because every emotion is different. It's not always a bad thing. Now, another thing is together, be with an Aries woman, a Pisces man, or you know, or a Pisces woman and an Aries man, is beautiful chaos. See, so that's the thing about it. So yeah, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Smash the like button, hype the video, and Happy New Year. And I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next live. Thanks for watching, everybody, and love y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow.